Ooh, now I have 514 subscribers. Well, hello, YouTube.
What is up?
It is Tuesday, October 8th, 2024. Moving along. Holy shit, it's already 1 week into October, into spooky season.
I know.
Hi, Mikey. Mikey.
And there's
Mikey. Show your butt.
Come on.
Yep, show your butt. There you go.
Yeah. Now it's a real episode, y'all.
Show everybody your asshole. There you go. Good job. And he's gone.
All right, let me share this out.
What a week. And it's already Tuesday.
And one hell of a ride already. I'm ready for the weekend. Oh, and this weekend is amazing for us.
The light bulb just went off for her. Probably can't hear us. I don't know if you can hear us because I didn't even bring the microphone down. I'm in like no mood to do a podcast, so this ought to be interesting. I might just sit here and let Bree take over.
Oh, don't. Ooh. Does that mean I get to sit in that spot?
No, you can't have my chair.
Oh, no, we would switch chairs. Gina!
So guest is coming on. So yes, welcome to the pre-podcast show where we do nothing. You get your popcorn, your drinks ready, go to the bathroom, do a number one, number two, get it out of the way. For the next hour to 2 hours, you are ours. So, welcome, Gina.
This will take the place of Bob for now.
Hey, there we go.
We got about 10 minutes. Don't worry, no rush.
Yeah,
I'm
I did.
just sharing
I had to
stuff.
update. Yeah. All right.
So,
Is there a way that I can get my picture bigger so I can see? Can you see this stuff? Because I got equipment behind me. So I got dome. I got the HTO, which is hooked up to a metal thing.
Nice.
Oh, love it.
Now it's setting up this. Right?
You got all the fun stuff that we can.
Yeah.
That's gonna make people drool and go, what's the website again?
VortexGhostGear.com.
I'll be posting it throughout the live, just so you know. And I'll have my phone out, but that's because I'm in real time on YouTube handling the chat and sharing it out.
That's Mama D's job on mine.
You know how it goes.
Yeah. So the blue lights that keep going off, that's the geophone, that's vibration. So that could go off with just me moving my chair or even tapping on my desk. That's how sensitive it is. And I haven't even turned
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So we are live on YouTube right now. This is our pre-podcast show, and then in about 10 minutes, then we'll hit record. We'll record for the podcast. So we do things a little different. So we actually record for our podcast for Apple, Spotify, Amazon, all those. Reason why you don't see a chat is because I don't like the chats. They distract me. But we are live on YouTube, and that's what Bree does. If she sees something interesting as bring up a question, then we will repeat it. Other than that, everybody just acts, normal in the chat.
Cool.
So,
all right. Yeah,
I
know all about. I do the chat like my last show that I have with my guest. They also stream to their YouTube, so I had 3 YouTube channels plus the Facebook, plus. So I had
nice.
Chat was insane, and then I'm putting up questions on air. So yeah, I can see how that's a distraction. But
yeah, feel free. I mean, if you want to bring it up on your phone and follow along on your end, that's just how we do it. I'm weird.
Well, his squirrels will activate if he has a chat.
Yeah, my squirrels.
Normally, I'm the one.
I got them too. I'm not going to even bother. So if you see something and it's a question, I will be happy to answer it. The only thing is like about Penhurst Paracon, we can't really announce our guests yet because we're not doing it till November, just for the sake of para unity. Look at, hey, I could do a tail too over here. This is my trigger prop fox.
Oh, okay.
It's the only one in the world, so is my paranormal equipment. But I see
We-
the tail going over your cat there, and I'm like,
Yeah, there's two cats off to the right here, and one right before you came on, he made sure he showed everybody his butthole, and then he walked away. The other one, actually, all three of them are over there.
Yeah. They're all here for like moral support. It's like ever since yesterday, like all the fur babies, it's like they know what's going on and they have been up our asses. I don't know if we should be like, oh, or we should be like, we need to breathe.
I know, right? Well, no, I always say too, my show's always pet friendly, like my dogs used to always come wandering in. You'd hear Lacey because she'd come in grunting. She's so bad. She'd be like, hi, kitty, going across the floor,
Mac, come here.
And Biscuit just had to be at my feet at all times. Oh, what a pretty kitty.
This is our baby. This is Macaroni.
This cat is only 7 months old.
This is mine.
Oh.
Stick around Bob too long, and this is what happens to you. you get lit up.
Look, it lights up. Did you see that?
Uh-huh.
I want one of those.
So this is.
I want a kitty who can take on investigations that makes noise and lights up.
Damn it, Gina, you're costing me money.
Yes, I know, right? Two modes, music and I'll talk about it.
It has music too. We want one.
Yeah. Well,
we're gonna need bigger bags.
They play with the bells, the spirits play with the bells. So yeah. So we get dogs, we get cats, all kinds. We get
oh, we're so getting a cat.
So do you just want my credit card information now, or?
Because I'm gonna be like,
take my money.
that one.
We get all kinds of cats, black cats and calico cats, and black and white and gray and white.
Were they real at one point?
I will neither confirm nor deny. And he said,
This one feels stuffed, but not the pillow kind.
This one might have been. Good.
So Bob joining us, or he just?
Yeah, he is the president of his union, and the second Tuesday of the month they always have a meeting. I'm like, can't you have someone else do the meeting? He's like, not really, because he's the one who actually runs it,
Yeah.
So he goes, hopefully no one will show up, but he'll come in because it starts at 7:30, and it's about maybe 15 minutes from here. So if it goes quickly, he'll be coming in pretty quick.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
No worries.
Well, Gina's got a plethora of her own stuff that she can talk about. Like I was trying to tag everything that you both have, and I was like, she was correcting me. Wait, we do this together, and I'm like, crap. Because I want to.
Usually when we do a podcast, anyway, I'm the one doing all the talking.
Well, like when we have our guests on and I'm making the flyers now, it's like I'm trying to tag everything that is on Facebook so that way people see the blue and they're drawn to click on it, get you guys more likes, more follows, and I'm trying to like put everything. I'm like, this is going to be a novel by the time I tag everything both of you guys. Don't apologize. It's amazing. Like when I do the introduction, I'm gonna be like, there's too much, just vortex. They do the Penhurst Paracon. So it's like I'm gonna try to put
those are the two main things,
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, ghostly excursions, we haven't really done that for a while since COVID hit, and then we're so busy with the events all the time, and like Penhurst and the Bash and Unity, building equipment and all that. And then doing, home investigations and helping people in their homes, so we're busy with that. And we just did a business the other night, and I'm like, it's Halloween time. Do I really have to go here? Because now I have so much stuff I have to listen to, and I have a huge display outside, So I'm like, oh God, I need to if I can make this bigger, I need to
Oh, Kyle's on.
do all that shit outside. I don't know if I can make this any bigger. Yes, I can. There we go. Okay. There we go. I can't believe I had to update Zoom. I haven't done a Zoom meeting in a long time. Apparently. Like,
Well, did you see that StreamYard is even like doubling their prices?
yes. And so what happened was I just paid mine in April. They said they're going to keep my price the same until the following April, and then I can decide if I want to do the upgrade to have what I have now, like what is it, 240 a month or 240 a year or whatever. And it's going to go double that. So I'm like, I don't think so, and then if you go down to the free version, and now you're back to you can only stream to so many places, and then it's like upload and share and this and that. That's not cool. So I got to find something between now and next April that I'll be able to, you know.
Yeah. I use StreamYard for like remotely paranormal when we get a chance to do that. And that's what I started off with before I had enough followers on TikTok. But like I was still using it and like sharing stuff over to the Old World Paranormal Society on YouTube and then also my YouTube. And it's like I was looking at the cost of it. I'm like, it's not like we use it, but it's not something that's used enough to
I know,
even
and I'm not
justify.
making money. You know what I mean? I'm trying to help people. I'm not
Yeah,
making money off of it to pay it. You know what I mean? Like
it's
I see
something
all
for
these people saying stars, 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 do star. I'm like, I don't know what that is, and I'm not going to do that. That's not what I'm about. I don't charge you if I come investigate. I don't, you know what I mean? We
right.
charge for equipment, you know what I mean? And we make money that way, but not off of, things that we do or helping people or anything like that.
Yeah, no, you might as well start doing the TikTok thing and like 50 more llamas and we'll do 5 minutes in the haunted attic. Fight the demons.
I know nothing about TikTok. I do not have TikTok. I put it on my phone, and my phone's always constantly saying it's full because I have a lot of stuff on there. Like I have a lot of clips and things, from investigations and sound bites or whatever that, people want to hear something or see something. I'll show them, I freak them out because I've got 15 apparitions walking on a flare, and you can see them all. So
Oh wow.
so it's like my phone's full of that kind of stuff. And then you put TikTok on, it's like, no, you can't.
Yeah.
TikTok is the devil. Just stay away.
Yeah. Yeah. And then
Stay
people
away.
send me videos too, like, oh, here, watch this on TikTok. I'm like, I don't have TikTok. It won't, it wants me to download TikTok to watch your thing. So, you got another way to send it to me, send it to me that way, because I'm not downloading TikTok to watch your 2 minutes of fame. So
Right.
love you, but no. you know.
Well, we'll go ahead and hit the record button and get started, and Bob could join in whenever Bob's ready to join in.
Okay.
Let me go to.
So I'll talk for a minute or so, and then Bree will introduce you, and then we'll have at it and see if we can get ourselves kicked off of YouTube.
The masshole in me might come out. I don't know.
You can say whatever you want, however you want to say it. Talk. It don't matter to me.
There are no rules.
No rules here.
I don't know. That's a good
We're
thing.
normally canceled in the first 5 minutes, so I'm surprised we've gone this far.
Yeah. All right, here we go. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to wonderful episode of the Old World Paranormal Podcast. Today is October 8th, 2024. Holy crap, we're already 1 week into spooky season. Before you know it, we're getting the Christmas trees out. I just say go ahead and just put the tree up now. Just do it now.
Really?
No, I'm kidding.
Damn.
But yeah, today's Tuesday, and holy crap, it's been a long week. It's a long last 48 hours for Bree and I. I am exhausted mentally, physically. Of course, my lovely sidekick Bree is here with me, and I don't know. Are you tired, babe?
I'm wiped. Like, struggle bus it doesn't even I can't even think. Yeah.
You know, the last couple weeks, if you follow us on social media, especially Facebook, Instagram, and all that stuff, you will see that there's been a lot of stuff said about Bree and I. Um, it's been daunting. It is one of the things of the paranormal that I hate, that people cannot associate or, cannot put differences aside and just walk away from each other and you live your life, we live our life. You can't let just be that. You have to drop down to high school levels and make public posts to try to trash and destroy somebody for no reason. And I've always said, and we've talked about this a lot, babe, I'm like, if you want to talk to me about paranormal and you don't like what I do about the paranormal, anything to do with the paranormal, you can tell me to my face. You can email me. You can call me. My phone number's everywhere, you know. So even the bathroom stalls at the 7-Eleven and the pilot, I mean, come on.
I might have done that one. Sorry.
But, to go so far to put personal attacks on social media, and then, you get to the point where you can't not just sit there and be quiet and ignore it. You eventually have to clap back because you've had enough. Then people want to destroy you for clapping back and blah blah. It's just like banging your head on the wall. I don't understand how people cannot understand context and narrative from other people instead of just sitting back like an adult, looking at the whole situation and then making a judgment call. You want to call us clowns? Fine. I don't care. If you don't like us, fine. I don't care. That's great. But just go do your thing.
Right.
Leave us alone. We don't say anything about you on social media. We don't say anything about you at all. We just move along. But it is daunting. It is exhausting. And I hope after this week, this is the end of it. I apologize for having to put that on social media because I'm being what I hate is seeing the paradrama on social media. But unfortunately, I felt, and I think Bree felt, that we finally had enough and we had to clap back. So if you're like, whoa, what is going on? You feel free to go to Bree or I's personal Facebook pages. You will see what is going on. But that is all I'm going to say about that. I'm not going to say anything about the individuals. I just wanted to make a general statement and then move on and enjoy our guests tonight and have a good time. And I've already given this lady my credit card number. She just might as well just have it. I'm just telling you. You're probably like, whoa, what is going on? Well, Bree's going to explain. She's going to introduce our guests. We have one of them right now. The other one is running late because this man is ahead of the union and he is in a meeting. So you're going to have to wait, people. That's what pays the real bills. So I can't be mad at him for that. So, babe, why don't you go ahead and introduce our guests?
All right, with pleasure. But I gotta forewarn you, technically, they've had our credit card numbers since the Gettysburg Battlefield Bash. I love you.
That is true. That is true.
All right, everyone. So I am absolutely thrilled, delighted, and excited to announce our guest that we have on tonight. This is what I believe is like the absolute epitome of like a paranormal power couple. This couple is doing it right. I mean, they have got genuine intentions. They work on residential cases, helping families, helping businesses. They don't ask for a dime. They do build equipment on the side, which is what does help fund what they do, but they've got pure intentions. I mean, this couple is one of the most genuine and loving couples that I know I've met. When we were at the Gettysburg Battlefield.
You sure they want to talk to us then?
Will you shut up? It's before they disconnect. So when we were at the Gettysburg Battlefield Bash, I was being scrutinized a lot. For those who don't know, my background, I started with an event company. Well, I ended up with an event company shortly after I started in the paranormal. I've been involved in the paranormal for a few months into over a year now. But they both came to me and let me know, like, you're with friends. you don't have to be scared to talk to us. Like, you're safe. We've got you. We love you, friends and family. And that resonated with me. And when I started taking over the bookings for the podcast, I knew we had to have Bob and Gina. So, yes, everyone, we've got Bob Christopher, the founder and owner of Vortex Ghost Gear. We've got his beautiful better half, Gina. And Gina, I don't want to butcher your last name. Is it Bingston?
Close enough.
Okay, thank you. Now, this dynamic duo, not only do they do stuff together, but they both have their stuff that they do on their own. She has a podcast that she does, The Fox, with Mama and Mary D, if I remember the name correctly. I might have that butchered that, and I apologize. I tried to tag everything that this couple has on Facebook. The Fox Den. Sorry. It tagged as the Fox Den. I just now saw this. It's a good thing I got my glasses evidently aren't worth anything. But you guys, this power couple, actually, they put together the Penhurst Paracon. Can you imagine how daunting and exhausting that is? They run Vortex Ghost Gear. Founder of the Ghost Detectives is Mr. Christopher. Together, they founded Ghostly Excursions, which has been on hiatus, unfortunately, due to COVID. But their workload has picked up so much with residentials, ghost, making their equipment Vortex Ghost Gear, running the Paracon, and then doing the circuit because of the equipment and what they're doing to help people. Hopefully, fingers crossed, legs crossed. I'll even cross my damn toes. They start the Ghostly Excursions back up, because I would love to know more about this, and I hope we can cover this tonight. But you guys, let's welcome right now. We do have Gina with us. Like Nick said, Bob unfortunately is detained. He is the president of his union, and it pays the bills. So Gina, let's talk shop, girlfriend.
Well, thanks for all that. And yeah, we do a lot. We've both been in the business for what, 30 plus years each, So I was doing my own thing before I even met Bob. And then when we came together, like we were just friends, and then it turned into something more. But then we founded,
You
Ghost
put a hex on him, and
Excursions.
that's how you got him.
I did what?
Did you put a hex on him, and that's how you got him?
I will not confirm or deny. I'm telling
Bob
But
is so good with what he does with equipment. He's actually here on the screen. You just can't see him. That's how good he is.
it's so funny when he comes up with something. Oh, you know what? I didn't forget to bring in one thing, and I'll have to have him get it when he comes in, and that's the hands-free Ouija board.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so I got to have him bring that in when he comes in.
Oh,
We'll get
yes.
busy here setting up all the stuff. But, like I asked him, I do like the decorative stuff. Like I have a box right here that the music boxes, right? It's motion and temperature activated boxes. And they go out like 45 plus feet from the box, and they can be customized to whatever. Like I can put your logo on your hat on the box, or whatever your team, there you go. So whatever it is that goes on the box, and different music's inside the box. So mine is, and I got everything going over here. So mine's a Fox, and I have like cool, like this was almost one of the very first ones I ever made. I don't know if you can see it, but
That's
I used
awesome.
to hand paint every single one of them and paint crosses on them and put your logos on. So this one I just added my Fox on the bottom, and I like this. This music to me is soothing. It's something I don't mind hearing going off over and over and over again. But these things work like this. If something goes in front of it really quick, the music's going to come on and off real quick, and the light and the music, right? And then if something stays in front of it, then it's going to stay playing. And then, investigate, it's right there. Right.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
I'll be honest. Ours that we bought, we took it with us when we were at the Ross house for a week. And that went off the very first night we were there. I was standing behind it. I just sat it down, it calibrated, and we're just having normal conversation, and it started going off. And I was like, that was not me. I am
Right.
nowhere near this. Holy cow.
Yep.
And then I noticed too, like it seems like even when it's turning on, like the spirits are drawn like out of curiosity, and it'll be calibrating, and the calibration will go on and on. And you're like, man, you know that they're standing right there, kind of like, what the hell is this in front of me?
Right. And the thing is with these too, like when Bob was first doing this, I came home and I knew he was down the basement. I go down the basement, and Bob, when he's in his work mode, he looks like the mad scientist, hair sticking up and everything else. But there's an ice cube flying on a string, okay? And he's got this sensor down because it's motion and temperature, and so it's heat and cold. So 1 degree either way will set it off. So spirit can be hot, spirit can be cold, right? So it's not just motion. It's a special thing that he has made specifically for him for his specifications. But I just looked at him with this ice cube swinging, and I said, nah, I don't even want to know. So I'm sure he'll fill me, and he's just looking at me up the stairs like,
That is awesome. I can only imagine you two together as like different things are being created, and how you two would just mess with each other during the creation
little bit,
process.
yeah. He did a thing like he was messing with sound, and he's like, "Were you getting angry?" And I'm like, "Well, a little bit, yeah. Why? He's messing with sound waves downstairs that will like anger you." And I'm like, "Well, Jesus, thanks."
Oh gosh.
Jerk. But then it's like, I said, because I'm old and I'm blind, and it's like my glasses are worse than your glasses, but I can't see. I can't see to do SB7s. The SB11 might be a little easier to function, but SB7s and the cords hanging and the batteries swinging, and and everything just I hate it. I can't see it.
Right.
I said, make something that I can use. You know, so he came up with the easy scan. So it's just turn this and push back and pick your speed. So you're done. So this is an easy scan ghost box. So that's just like an SB7, and you pick your speeds 1 through 4, slow to fast. You
Huh.
know, and the reason
Well,
why is
take
your
our money.
audience.
Just take
But
our
this could
money.
be
Do
anything.
you
Like
have batteries in it now?
yeah. This here, I made this one a clock base. So I did this, right? So I made it like an old
Oh, sweet.
fashioned, because again, I'm like a gaudy Italian. I like these weird looking things,
I was gonna say I
But
want one like
I
that.
make, well, this is the only one. Like,
Oh,
this is the
well,
only
she
one like
said no.
this.
This is
And
mine.
but we do use, like, I made this look like a clock, right? And this is actually a disc that we put on here. Okay. I hear him. I hear him. He's coming. So this is the disc that I put on there. So there's a plasma disc on there.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
if you have this on, it's always on like this, but you can have the spirit, pick something in here, so point to a number, a time, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Use that
Oh
one.
wow.
Or there's
There he
Bob.
is.
And everyone,
You ready?
Bob, Mr. Christopher
You
himself
got
has now joined.
Yeah. And then if you put it on the second mode, it's going to my voice. It's like using our geophone. So this is like getting two pieces of equipment in one.
That's awesome.
So you can have the spirit
Wow.
tap once for yes, twice for no. So you can have a conversation like that too, as well as actually turning it on. But I make these out of like cigar boxes, really nice cigar boxes. So like I could put, again, your team logos on there, anything can go on those boxes decorated like that.
And I smoke all the cigars in the boxes.
Damn you, Bob. I was just gonna ask that. Do we get a cigar with a box?
See?
Yeah. Yeah.
Always a
And then they-
gimmick.
I'm already writing a
And they
shopping
come
list
to
at
like
this
the
point.
inside is all done really nicely and all tied up nice and everything, but you can actually, there's 2 plugs in there. And if you're in a place where you're not getting reception, every box comes with an antenna. You unplug the blank plug and plug in an antenna, you'll get reception. If you plug in the wired plug, unplug that, you can plug in a portal. So it is like, that's why it's called Easy Scan. It's easy for me.
I love it.
I love it. Okay, so easy scan.
Oh, she's actually writing it down. Bob, we're gonna pay for your Christmas this year by buying like everything.
Oh, so
So easy scan. Oh, and the kitty.
Easy Scan Ghost Box. Yep, and the kitties. These are our trigger prop cats. You turn them on the paw. They start off on REM mode, or you can change it. There's a button. to music. Right. So they have 2 modes. And the kids love these, or there's dogs. So this is our new Cavalier, King Cavalier. Oh, the kitty.
I'm not a cat guy.
Okay. You
Oh,
know,
the
the French
Give me the dog.
dogs, you know. So there's a whole bunch, this, you know, on the site, he has to update it. Because again, we're so busy all the time to keep that site updated for all the new dogs and cats and things like that. But there's a kennel of dogs and a litter of cats on there, you know.
I think there's
then-
9 cats, and I think we have like, I don't know, 13 different breeds, 14 different breeds that we have on there on the website right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do we
So-
want a dog too?
No, stop. I'm already buying enough.
I'm not even done with the
I'll hook you up,
list.
Nick.
Yeah. And see, that's the blue light there. That's the geophone. That's vibration.
I like the geophone.
Yeah.
Do we
And
get like
those
a
are-
buy 2, get 1 free?
Sure.
For you. But we have
Don't
like
announce it on here.
like this, when you turn it on, it's got a little button that you can hit the sensitivity. So, you know, you can turn it up or you can turn it down, because depending on the surface, if it's a really hard surface, you want to turn it up. If it's a really soft surface, you want to turn it down, you know, and then you can get the true thing. And this is like what Cody and Satori use
Yeah.
for their, you know, ABC thing. They use
Yeah.
a phone. So
Yeah.
That's
we do
awesome.
many things, you know. The dome is our most valuable, right, thing. It's the cheapest thing we have, but it's the thing we use the most. This is static. So this is
Love it.
manifestation.
Yeah, that's the one that we've been wanting to. Okay, static dome.
And it comes in how many colors?
11 colors.
Yeah, so the
Purple.
purple, this is purple, right? So we have
Yes, we want the
purple, red,
purple.
orange, blue, green,
Black,
light
glow in the
green,
dark.
dark green, glow in the dark, you know, all kinds of colors. So, and then might, you know, come up with something funky, you know. Then we got this guy, which
What is
is
this?
again the same thing. This is a V-Pod. It has the same 2 modes, okay? Proximity, like the cats and dogs of proximity. This is proximity. You actually have to come in and get near it, you know? And it's really great because you can just close the antenna down and
Put it in your
put it
pocket.
in your pocket instead of like a REM pod. And you don't have to go reset this every 2 seconds. Like you set a REM
So
pod
you're
up.
saying your REM pod is the best.
It is.
It's a pocket pod.
It's a
There's
pocket
so
pod.
many
It's a
out
pocket
there.
pod.
There's so many out there. This has been out there about 10 years now, I'll be honest with you.
Yep.
I haven't changed much on it.
Because you don't
You know,
need to.
it doesn't really need anything to be changed because you can put it right in your pocket. You
And
know,
then this here, this orange guy, this is the HTO. This is specific item monitoring, right? So now we've got proximity that you got to touch. We've got
Mhm.
vibration for footsteps or talking or communicating or tapping. All right. We've got sound with the easy scan. Now we got specific. There's an alligator clip that comes with these, and
Mhm.
this is hooked up to these scissors, right? Which is metal. So you can hook anything up metal and see the light going off.
Yep. Yep.
Right? So that actually is a sound button too in the back, but it's really loud and annoying. And I'm sorry about that. Okay.
I didn't even hear it.
Yeah.
I didn't hear
It
it.
is very loud. So you can have it on or off. But if you're in another room, so you don't have to sit and watch it, you can hear it.
so you don't just have to hook it up to the
Anything else.
scissors. We'll go down to Gettysburg. We'll take 2 of them, and
Mhm.
we'll have a Confederate belt buckle and a Union belt buckle. And we've had so many interactions that way. What side did you fight for?
Wow.
You know, it was on Ghost Hunters. They were down in
Mm.
Gettysburg and they had it hooked up to a sword,
Yeah. I got a
and
sword
it
over
was
there.
going off.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's
Wow.
a tray
Yeah.
that you can hook it up to.
Right. So if you say you put water
Because
on
the
the tray
liquid's a
and
conductor.
hook the alligator clip to the side of the tray, you can touch the water. So if you go
Mhm.
investigating a bar,
Shot
you
in
know,
the beer.
shot in a beer on there. If you're
Let
going
me take out.
to a
Yeah, she's gonna have to go.
like
Prison?
a prison, put cards, cigarettes,
Cigarettes.
whatever, whatever you want for currency, meds, fake meds, Tic Tacs, things like that. If you're going to
Yeah, I mean it takes your trigger object and actually makes it something that
Right.
right.
is a
And then
piece
Right.
of
the alligator
equipment.
clip too, this long cord here, you can actually wrap that around a soft surface as long as that the cords like cross and you make the field. So you don't have to actually even monitor something metal. It just works best with metal.
Right, right. So it begs
We've
the
got
question.
the Lizzie Borden house. We had it hooked to the axe up there. We had it hooked to murder weapons like guns and all kind of stuff.
Will you go get the thing in the
What
room?
thing?
The Ouija board? I forget to bring that.
Oh,
in.
the Ouija
It's
board.
it's in the blue room.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, where do you see this? I don't know.
Yeah, we were definitely checking this out at Gettysburg Bash, and it's I love the concept. The whole stigma behind the Ouija board. When people put their hands on the planchette, are they moving it? Are they not moving it? And
Yep,
this takes this out of the equation,
totally. Yeah.
and you still get the same experience as using the Ouija board. So I'm excited for everybody to see this because this is game changing right here. I love this idea.
Yeah.
You
And then
know,
again, remember we were talking about him being like the crazy mad scientist guy? We were sitting on the couch watching a movie and all of a sudden he jumps up, I've got it. And I'm like, got what? He's like, I'll be back. Like hours later, he comes up out of the basement and he had the idea of how to do the sensors. Is it on?
No.
Oh, what my His
I'll let you explain
wires.
this. This is a
Battery.
game changer right here.
This is what you call thinking outside of the box.
So the spirit lights this. You don't touch it. All right.
Mhm.
So you put it down and we when he first got done making this, right? We were being interviewed in our home by these girls at a college, right? It's a haunted college. And we got done doing the interview and we had all the equipment out because we were going somewhere. Was it Para Unity, the Bash, whatever, wherever we were going, but we had stuff out and ready. And they started asking the questions, but they were still filming. And he says, well, we just got done making this. He turns it on. We're standing there. We got this all on film too. Okay. And this was the very first thing this thing did. And there is right here. Don't do that yet. Right here. Okay.
Hold it up, Bob.
Right, this W. All right. So we're talking, and all of a sudden the W goes off, and then it goes up to here to the 0, and the 0 goes off, and then goes back to the W. And I said, "Oh wow!" It said, "Wow!" Right? And then I says, "But they hit the 0, number instead of the letter." And then all of a sudden I went WOW, and we were freaking out. We were just like. We're like, why are you so excited? We're like, cause it works. It's like, yeah, the inside is insane. It's
That's just
Whoa.
crazy right there.
yeah, it's nuts.
560 wires.
Yeah, and 6 months to build. He was like, I'm not drilling the holes till I get it right. I'm like, just drill the holes. So I have my carpenter. I'm like, just drill the holes. Just drill it. Just drill it. Do it.
Just do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Couldn't pull the
Do it.
trigger.
Yeah. Yeah. And the most important thing is always say goodbye. Even when they say hands free, always say goodbye.
Yeah.
It's a Ouija board,
We could have sold 100 of these already, but
Yeah, not doing it.
I like
They're
having
not,
the only one.
yeah, they're not for sale. And
I don't blame you.
yeah.
I'm jealous.
You could go with it, but it's
I'm
not.
gonna send a very strongly worded email, and I'm going on protest because I want one. But no, I said I get it. I mean, man, why? It just begs to ask why? Why? I mean, I know you guys are into the paranormal, and I know you love to help people, and that right there is the greatest thing is paying it forward and helping people.
Yeah.
That's what this is all about.
Yeah, so
But it
we
begs
don't put that
questions
out
like-
there like a ton, you know what I mean? Because we are between the few that we can do, when it's a real need, we'll go, like a poor 10-year-old boy was getting attacked, so went right away, so I sealed up the house. I helped him because he's like a budding little psychic. And then I sealed the property, immensely because he was still afraid to go in the yard. He was cool in the house, but he was afraid to go in the yard. So I sealed up the whole yard and all that kind of stuff. But we had to go do the investigation, find out what was going on. And then, an old buddy of his called us about it was a school transformed now to a workplace. And there's stuff going on. And, like I just begun listening to, as a matter of fact, I have it up on the screen down there. I started listening, and I got a couple names.
Oh, cool.
We were close on what we thought we were hearing on the spirit box, you know, on the, on the portal. We put the portal on the spirit box. And yeah, we were very close to the name that we were saying. And so there's a lot going on in that place. But you know, like again, we don't charge for that, but it takes a ton of our time. Building all the equipment takes a ton of our time, you know, getting ready and going for these events and talking to people and helping people that way too, you know, and like we try to promote the good feelings in the community, you know, and not harp on the negative, which there's way too much of. So we, you know, it's
But
like,
boy, I can pick them right out.
Well, we'll get to it, Bob. We'll get to it.
I'm telling you,
I promise you.
I,
But it begs
get
to
this
ask.
vibe from people sometimes. I'm like,
he
nope,
does. He says, stay away.
nope,
I'm like,
nope, nope.
no. And he's all, you know, for the most part, I should say 90%. He's like 90% right. You know, there might be that one.
Well, it's, you know, when you're in the field so long, you see the signs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's so easy to pick out.
Yeah.
You know,
because I wasn't in the public part of the field. I was out doing investigations and stuff before I met him. I was out there working it, you know, and I wasn't doing all the, you know, cons and things. And
oh, what are you
know.
saying? It's like you know, this lavish life going to cons.
No, no.
I
mean,
can
just
definitely
wasn't-
relate
I
to you
wasn't-
guys.
I wasn't involved in all that. I wasn't involved in all the politics of it. I wasn't involved in the drama of it. It had nothing to do with it, you know?
Yeah, my first, 4 years, it was strictly we just did residential cases and that was it. I never went to a Paracon, never went to a pay to play place. I didn't really interact like I did on social media. The group was founded to pay it forward. And, then when I got the opportunity to open, the Bell Mansion and doing all that, once you have a location, the networking you have, and it puts you out there quickly in the limelight, and the
And
good
then you
comes
got
with the
people
bad.
that want to help you get up that ladder, and then as soon as you get up there, they're the first ones in line to kick you off. You know?
Oh yeah.
And it's like, what is wrong with these people? Don't they realize that there's plenty of room at the top for everybody?
Look at we've got to the point now with Penhurst. I mean, we started the first Paracon we started there was so long ago. Oh my God, we had 50 people there. That was our Paracon.
I wasn't
50
involved with
people,
it then.
like crazy.
Yeah.
And then from there, it just it
last
got
year-
to where it is now. I mean,
Last
the
year,
owners-
7,000 people came.
the owners
Holy
that
shit.
are there now, I mean, they're putting so much money back into this place. I mean, all the money and our hard work. You know what I mean? A lot of places you see they take the money and it's gone.
Right?
Yeah.
This person is putting it
Yeah.
back,
Well-
refurbishing stuff, putting roofs on. They actually just paved all the roads this
Oh,
past
wow.
year. So I mean, the money goes back
Repair
in.
the roofs.
Repair
Yeah.
the oh yeah.
Yeah.
Repair
But-
the roof.
Repair the roofs. But the verbiage is very, very important. So
Oh yeah.
with that,
Well, you already spilled the beans.
it's true.
Could have
It's
just
like
let
it's
that one go.
It's repairing. And but it is.
But now we have a
it's-
bar. I don't know. Were you guys there last year?
We were not. Actually,
the
I
hell?
have never been to Penhurst.
I haven't been either.
I've never
I-
Well, you
been.
guys are coming this
Like-
year.
I want to go so
It's in May.
bad. Like that
It's in
is
May.
like
And we have
Oh.
someone coming that is going to like our 7,000, probably double that this year.
Yeah.
With who we signed. And then we're not announcing until November, but it's huge.
Huge, 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 huge.
Huge. Huge.
Just
Like,
about everybody is coming back from last year.
Yeah. Yes. I'm
So-
so super
we
excited.
we
I
look
cannot
forward
wait.
to
I
coming
cannot
out
wait.
this year. So, never been there, so we're excited. We did not like last year. We just went to OSR.
yeah. We went to OSR and
That was it.
Enough said.
Enough said.
Sorry.
No.
I'm
I
sorry.
want them to do good. I want everybody to do
No, I
good.
mean,
I
You know what
love it.
Because
Okay.
somebody across the
all about the
bullpen, but
location, you know?
I love OSR. I do. That's one of my favorite places to investigate. It's my favorite prison. It
Yeah.
really is. It's just that, the group that was leading that, but they shouldn't have picked it at the same time as Penhurst either. But Penhurst is so different than that. Like,
Oh, yeah.
OSR, it's one building. and that's it. Where Penhurst, we have
You're not going to
multiple
see it in a day.
buildings.
There's
and
absolutely no
all
way you could see it in a day.
grounds, and there's history tours that go there, and we have ghost hunts during the day, ghost hunts at night, VIP parties. All our vendors are amazing, and
We had 250
we
vendors
vend.
last year.
Yeah, and we vend, and then the celebrities, and it's like, so Ghost Brothers, Ghost Hunters, the
Destination Fear.
Yeah, Kindred Spirits, Destination Fear. We had horror people last year. We had Freddy, Jason,
Mhm.
who else? The Leatherface. I mean, it's like, you got that wasn't our thing. All right, see, now, like, the thing with Penhurst is we run a fascia of it. So Penhurst is involved, and it's like a third thing. So Jim runs the people in the grounds. Matt is the Penhurst
Owner.
Association. Okay. And then there's us, and we have our worker bees, and like the Peaches, help us out a lot. And then a few other key people, Mike Pabian's my right-hand man, because he's always gone. And I need Mike next to me because I'm vending too. I have a big
Yeah.
tent that we set up, and so like it gets stuck at the table. But again, we put in so much work. It's like, to do an event that size and that caliber, it takes a village, because you've got food and the border
Yeah.
parties and the
Yeah.
and traffic, and where are people going, because it's so big, and so there's a lot behind it, and then where everybody is, so make sure everyone gets, whether they have their tent space, whether they're under a big tent, whether they're in Devon building, and every year it changes. So because of all the renovations, so you go one year and you're in a courtyard, you go the next year you're in another section, and next year you might be in
Constantly changing. It is. It is. But we're evolving. That's what we're doing. We're just getting better and better.
better. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, trust me, I get it. I've never ran one on your scale. I've ran on many events and little cons and stuff, but just the ones we've done with the staff that we had, it was
It's
Hard.
daunting.
Hard.
people have no idea how
No,
much work
they have
we
no
got
idea
to
what
put
goes on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, paperwork.
I mean, I take a week off from work. I call it Hell Week. I'm back and forth from Philly down to Penhurst, down back home, which is what, 2.5 hours. So I'm driving 5 hours every day
On top of
back and
killing
forth
himself, like the physical labor.
for 10, 12 hours a
I'm
day.
putting everything together, for where our people are gonna be, and, like how many ghost hunts are we gonna be having, and where they're gonna be, and where are my people gonna be, and then they need a break, and, and who are my people gonna be hooked with celebrities, and who's watching them, and who's taking the celebrities back and forth, and, there's so much, and then lodging and food and blah, 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 blah,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I remember when we first went down there, like when we first started, it was one building, it was Mayflower, and that was it. Now it's 9 buildings you can investigate. I mean, it's like crazy.
Yeah.
Besides, the tunnels are all cleaned out, and I mean, it's really gorgeous too,
Yeah,
because
buildings torn down that they could not fix.
yeah.
So torn down and cleaned up. Do we have questions?
Yeah, I got a question about the date of what is the date for the Paracon in 2025?
May 17th, 18th, 19th, that weekend.
That week. It falls
Okay.
between what is it? Memorial Day and Mother's Day. The weekend.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, so Friday night is usually just a VIP party, or maybe a VIP ghost hunt. And then really the thing is Saturday, Sunday, for the vendors and all the events and the things that are happening. And we get a lot. And we get, oh my God, I wish I could just say it. I really,
It's all right. It's
really do.
Paracons like your guys', and Ohio State Reformatory, Michigan Paracon, New Jersey's Para-Unity,
I love New Jersey. Yeah, Para-Unity Bash. Love.
Gettysburg Bash. There are some really big ones, okay? And I don't think those are ever going to go anywhere. But you've seen across the board, there are so many Paracons now.
Yeah.
Everybody has a Paracon.
Yeah.
And it's got to the point where Bree and I, we had a conversation. I'm like, look, we need to be selective of where we go next year.
Right.
We already have enough on our plates with what we're working with our projects and everything else.
Get it.
Actually, the people walking through the doors, the guests or, clients or whatever, attendance is down big time.
For some.
For some. That's what I'm getting at. The bigger ones like your guys, it's already staple. You guys are established. It's just going to keep getting bigger. You don't have to worry about that foot traffic. Every year, it's going to be thousands of people through the door. What I was getting at is like across the board, it's like, I think it's getting oversaturated.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Same old song and dance.
Yeah. But they're self-promoting and they're making themselves celebrities and stars. I'm like, do you have a television show? Because I haven't seen you on one. I don't see your show.
As far as like
paranormal
celebrities, there's maybe like 6. Yeah, really be honest with you. There's like maybe 6 that they were walking down the street. An average Joe would see him, be like, "Oh my God, I know who that is."
Right.
The rest of us, I don't think so. If you're in the paranormal community, you would know who it is. But
I've been on every show. People don't even know that. I've had my own show for 10 years. We had our own show on Fox, our local Fox.
Yeah, that's the Ghost Detectives.
We did 109 episodes for our local Fox.
Yeah.
So I mean, locally people know us, but not nationally.
Yeah, all of a sudden someone will say, "I just saw Bob on Ghost Adventures." I'm like, "Yeah, you did." And then it's like, and that was a long time ago. They flew him down to Florida, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Casa de San Marcos, they flew me down to.
I remember that. I remember. Yeah, I've seen you on a couple of different shows. So
yeah, I don't go around.
Why? Like I raised my kids.
It's not a big deal to me.
The appearances does not make him a celebrity.
No, not at all.
You know what I mean? No. This show maybe, but I joined the show.
Not even
the show at the last year, right? It's like I came on the last season's last episode, and then I joined, right? And then we filmed the whole year with a really
we got picked up actually.
Yeah, a really
picked up nationally.
Bad producer that screwed us royally.
Really.
And so all our filming all year was like cut, and then COVID hit.
Yeah.
So I'm like, jinxed it. It's my fault.
No, I just, it took the wind out of my sails as far as doing that TV stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot of work too.
I had enough. I did.
Yeah, that was a lot of work.
Well, I'm just telling you right now, it begs to your guys' character as just individuals. You've done so much, but you're not out there be like walking in, "Don't you know who I am? I've been on this show and I've been on this show. They interviewed me for 30 seconds on this show. You should know who I am." Like, no, I don't.
I walk in and somebody recognizes it. I'm like, "Nope, not me. Sorry, you got the wrong guy."
Yeah, just people. I poke fun because people do use that term a little loosely.
A little loosely. That's such a nice way to put it.
TV has made people think they're TV stars. All these places, like Paranormal 911 and all these other ones. They give people a 15-minute bit. And it kind of, hey, good for them. I'm glad they got on TV. You know what I mean? You made it to TV.
Yeah. But people like Deanna Simpson, right? She was on all those shows because of her home. I introduced her to Joni, who wrote a book. So I get mentioned in that.
That's going on the banner. It's going
so
on
I'm
the
a
banner.
celebrity. Okay, I introduced the two. The one that had the haunted house and the one that I know can write about it. So that makes me a celebrity, right? So you should know who I am. But Deanna has a big story. You know what I mean? She could claim to be a celebrity status, and she doesn't.
Absolutely.
Because she's such a nice, down-to-earth woman.
Southern Belle.
And she is, and we love her to death.
Yep.
She's
a celebrity in my eyes.
Oh. You're my rock star.
I'll be completely honest with you guys. I've been on a couple shows. I was more excited. I didn't even watch those episodes for one. I was more excited to be on our local news, and I was even more excited to be in the local newspaper. Like, to me, the newspaper was like the coolest thing.
Yeah, you made it.
For me. Like, because it was something you could have, and like frame it up.
Right.
It's up there. Cool.
I'll tell you our coolest moment that I thought was the coolest moment, but I kind of we kind of blew it off at first.
What?
Well, we went to Vegas, okay, for a wedding. She was
Right, yeah.
she was a maid of honor. I was best man in the wedding.
Yep.
So we go down there, and I said, "Look, I got to get down and see the museum. I wanted to see Zach's museum." So we get down there, and we get to the guy, paying, and he's looking at me. He goes, "I know you from somewhere,"
Yeah,
and I knew
we're
who he
all-
was
yeah, friends
because
on
he was the
Facebook.
guy that actually did all the stunts and everything. I met him down in Florida, and I'm like, Nah, I don't think you know me. No, I'm just, average Joe. I'm here to go on a tour." So we go into the tour, and it's like, what, an hour and a half, the tour. We get like halfway through, and Baggins comes out. He comes right up to me. He goes, "Hey, Bobby, how you doing?"
Right.
And
Yeah.
everybody's like
So they
looking
start-
at me like, "Who the hell is this guy?"
He had hurt his hand. He's like, "I'm not going to shake your hand because I hurt my hand," but we know he's a germaphobe anyway. But he was, and
He pulled us off to the side, and
yeah. So we
went
were
the other
talking.
way.
Then
We
it
went our
was
way,
like, "Ooh, who are you guys?"
That was cool though.
That
But he
was
remembered, you know what I mean? He's a
Yeah,
good
no.
guy. He just
the
he
fame
it,
and
it
everything
not,
got
it's not
to
the
him.
fame, it's just the ratings. You know what I mean? He's
Yeah, he
he's
has to
going
do
for the
what he's
ratings.
doing.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you meet him in person, he's a totally different person. He really is.
Yeah,
He really is. He's a good guy.
He's got to
Yeah,
go
everybody
with
Well,
laughed. Everything.
you either like Zach or you don't like Zach, but
I don't like
Zach
what he
is one
does
of
on
those
TV.
very few people that is a celebrity.
Yeah,
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, he
Oh, he's
could
number
walk
one.
down the street anywhere
Right.
and everybody's going to know who he is.
Right.
right.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a celebrity,
Yep.
Yes,
exactly.
I don't think I
Plus,
want
he's probably
You
the
know what
only
I
one
mean?
that's made millions.
You're constantly being bothered. You know what I mean? Like you have no privacy in your life. I
Yeah.
don't think I'd want that.
yeah.
No.
But I mean, it is what it is, and these people are gonna try, regardless. Some people are, legitimately great people trying to do a
There's a lot of great
marathon
people.
and everything,
There is.
and then there's just, people that shouldn't be doing it.
What'd you say, or Gina? What'd you say? Say that a little louder.
There are people that should not, and I repeat, not have followers or doing paracons. Period.
You hit it. You hit the
Nail on the
yeah,
head.
there you go. Because
This is one of the reasons why I love them is because they spit the truth. And if it hurts you,
That's our
You need it.
generation. You don't like it, tough
Like-
shit. If you have a problem with me, and I have a problem with you, you're gonna know you have a problem with me.
Yeah. I mean, I'll let you spout off and do all your shit online and everything and say, "Oh, they. Oh, less they ain't doing a damn thing."
I
All
really
right?
try to work
Where-
shit out
where-
with everybody.
where
You know what I
you're
mean? If I have
post
if
any-
there's a disagreement somewhere, we try to work it out. And if we can't, hey, hasta la vista. Goodbye. We got better things to do.
I'm gonna tell you.
well, at the end of the day, really, the paranormal. Once you take that step forward to go into paracons or selling stuff and networking this or that, the paranormal now becomes a business,
Yeah.
and people can't treat it as business. They want to mix the personal with the business and can't just
Yeah. Oh, to just
I'm
promote
having a
themselves.
conversation with Bob and it's not going to work out. We don't see eye to eye on this business plan or something to do in the paranormal.
It's
You
business
can't just
though.
let that go.
Right.
No.
No,
It's like you burn too many bridges, and then a lot gets to the point where it goes to the point beyond where you can return.
right.
But still, just can I swear?
No.
Stay there.
Don't get her swearing.
well, there's no rules on this place. I'm
There
actually surprised I haven't said fuck. Oh, there we go.
There it is.
you go. Well, that was my word. Stay the fuck away from me. Right? I'm a masshole. I'm from Massachusetts. We don't put up with shit from anybody. You know what I mean? And if you got a problem with me, come to my face, and I will deal with it with you, one way or
Yeah.
the other. but it will be finished one way or the other.
That's where social media has really screwed society up.
And now,
Oh, that.
now it's like all this stuff that's spewed and spewed and spewed, like spewed against you, spewed against us, spewed against the Bash, spewed against Para Unity, all the people that are trying to do good in the community. And they're saying that we are all the things that they are and that they are doing. It's a typical narcissist.
I love the post.
it's
I absolutely
gaslighting
love
to
the
the
post that you put
fullest.
up. I really did, because you just gotta speak your mind. You gotta call these bullies out. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, we had to do that, and it is what it is. But I want to
Move
talk
on.
about. Yeah, I mean, I want to talk about the Bash. I honestly, I did not know you guys, and we were doing our rounds, shopping.
Show your purchase
Shopping.
again. Yeah, they get the exercise.
And
music
a
box.
conversation started happening, with Bree and Bob, and
Love it. So that plays exercise music. Yeah.
I remember that box.
He hates me when I do that box. It freaks him out.
I can't.
I love it. This is my favorite thing.
Was it playing music?
I tell
I couldn't hear
everybody
it.
about
I know, I couldn't hear the music. How
Oh,
come
you couldn't?
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
You can hear it?
That is weird.
That is so weird.
Wow. Freaky.
Throw it out. It's possessed.
No, when Gina was doing her equipment earlier, I'm like, I can't hear it go off.
Oh, you can't hear this one?
I cannot hear it.
That is so messed up.
Oh my God. Wait, step to professional for audio settings. There, so that's probably it.
It's
so
picking up on something
that's music, and it's not allowing the music. Oh my God. Well, that plays
that's AI.
And this is like flute music, Native American flute music.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yeah, there's
Love
a thing
it.
that comes up. It's a set of professional audio and audio.
Yeah, so I was wondering what that was all about up there too.
Weird.
So that's what that is. I get it. But that's
And the man is trying to censor us.
So we can say Ghostbusters, but we can't play Ghostbusters.
Right.
Oh.
Who are you gonna call? Gina Bankston.
But at the Bash this year, and we said this a couple times, and there was a lot of controversy going into this year's Bash, unfortunately, not warranted. Guys, if you ever get a chance to go to the Gettysburg Bash, it is one of the best Paracons put together. Steve and Pamela Berry put on an amazing event.
Oh yeah.
Awesome for charity, this or that. But when you walked in, you could just feel the fucking elephant in the room of different things. And I remember us walking around, and when we stopped at the table, Bob and Bree started having a conversation because they have a mutual past interest from some yay holes. I was instantly on like edge.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, fuck, I don't know these people. Like, what, and I'm like,
well, I'm sure it didn't help because I was standing like a deer in headlights. Not only was I recovering from severe dehydration and like barely
it's hot outside. Mm-hmm.
Like like Bob's talking to me and trying to let me know, like, hey, we're friends, like you're safe, because all these people since Friday had been, sending messages, coming up to the table. You need to be careful. We hear if these people show up, they're you're one of the people they're coming for. And it's like
they wouldn't even have gotten to the door. Believe me. We had that all figured out.
Yeah.
And it's like, but me not knowing, like,
I know, it's scary.
I didn't know.
It's not why you go to an event.
No, you shouldn't have to worry about it.
And it's like the only thing I know is I've been blackballed and blacklisted on a lot of the East Coast, and my name's been dragged through the mud. And here's Nick, and poor Nick, that all happened. Well, I was a part of that pre-Nick, but Nick's been along for the ride of like the aftermath. But it's like, so I could tell, like, I remember looking over at Nick, and Nick's kind of looking at me like, are you good? And I'm thinking to myself, like, I really need some water. The room's kind of spinning. But I think he's a good guy. Come over here.
It's like, fuck.
I know it's sad. It's sad that you have to be like that and to like value people, you know.
Well, and like the thing I can say, the thing that like really impressed me the most was that like even Pamela, like I know that Pamela knew. She must have known. Like people there were certain people there that must have known. Uh, I
Pam is
had,
sharp.
you know,
Pam is really sharp. She's right on everything, you know.
Sharp,
yeah,
not sharp.
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 She's
Sharp.
sharp.
She's very sharp.
Sharp.
She's very
She's
sharp.
sharp.
she like
She's on
was coming to me and like, hey, we need to talk. Like, I want to get to know you. You're amazing. Like, she went out of her way to talk to me. You guys went out of your way, letting me know, like, hey, we're friends, we're family, like, you're safe, you know. And I know you could probably see that I was like,
Oh yeah.
you know, and it's
Yeah, I
like,
wasn't
and it
ready for that
wasn't,
reaction. I was like, oh boy, what did I do here?
no, like, and it wasn't you, but it was just like, because I mean, Nick can tell you, like, even going into it, I was like, I was really scared. And,
Well, you,
you
you
know,
have
and
that
it's,
no trust in anybody. You know what I mean? You
yeah,
shouldn't have to be like that. You should
and,
never have to be
and
like that.
exactly. And like, that's the thing that I've been trying to explain to people is that, like, you know, there's a lot of things that are ugly that happen. Like, I joined the paranormal to find myself after, you know, a really nasty, abusive marriage. And I found myself. My children are the ones who, you know, pushed me forward. You know, and then I ended up getting picked up and then I got let go. And, you know, I didn't know what to do with myself. And I was told, go make your name, put your brand out there. And so that's what I did. And evidently it pissed everybody off because I did what I was told to do. But it's like I walked in there being nervous, but it was
Sorry
like,
you have
you
to do
guys
that.
made
Yeah,
me
you
feel
went through that.
so loved. And like I cannot in all, and I know that like I even told Bob this in message, you know, like I will always be grateful to the two of you, you know, and the fact that, you know, you went above and beyond. You didn't have to take the time to explain to me, like, you're safe. You know, you could have
Yeah.
just been like,
That's
hey,
what we
we're
do.
cool.
You
And
don't
then
have to
like
be
let
grateful
it
for anything.
Yeah,
go.
We're
no,
friends. That's what friends
yeah,
do.
Right.
that's the point. You know, when you see someone, you know, we've been in it a long time, you know, we see it, you know, the deer in the
We live
headlights
it,
coming up, we
you
live it,
know.
you know, and it's like, come here, come here, come here. Let me just, you know, give you a hug,
Yeah.
calm you
Yeah.
down.
And you guys gave me like these big hugs and you were like, you're safe. And it was like, I honestly was just like, I could sit at this table the rest of the time. I felt like I was a part of you guys. And,
Come,
you know, like
come
I
pet the
even said this.
puppies, pet the pup, calm down. Oh, the kitties, the kitties, sorry, the kitties.
Like, oh no, you're fine. Like I even said this, Bob, in the beginning. Like I knew when I started booking the guests, like I had to have you guys on because like you guys are genuine and you're real and you're in it for the right reasons. You're not in this for the glory. And you know, you have no tolerance for the bullshit and you look out for the little people. And you know, like
Excuse me.
people like you are in my eyes, are the actual celebrities. If you want to say somebody's a celebrity, it's the people that are fighting for the
No, we
underdogs.
just
It's
have
the
values,
people
morals.
that, and see, unfortunately, the generation below us, you know, like
We'll see. It's up to us to
they
teach.
don't have it. You can
That's
tell
the
that they
thing, yeah,
didn't have to fear a
that's
belt.
We're passing the torch to you guys.
yeah. Now, we need a good generation. We need people that are gonna carry the torch when we can't carry it anymore because we have broken backs and bad knees and
I'm already there.
it's
I
like
got a bad back. I got a torn muscle in my arm right now. But
I
no,
messed
I
up my
brought that
knee
up.
this week. I'm just like, I can't even, you know, like I doing my Halloween stuff, you know, it's like, I don't know what I did. My knee, it's been swollen all week. Like, God,
Oh
it's another
no.
thing, you know?
I brought it up because one, I want to apologize for my interaction of being so standoffish.
No,
But I wanted to say the reason why, and the reason and piggyback into that because that's what part of the problem is because it robbed a good interaction of meeting you guys for the first time and be like, hey, I'm Nick, you know, and you guys, Gene and Bob, look nice to meet you, blah, blah, blah. Instead, it was like,
Yep.
hi, Yeah, you make equipment.
Well,
Okay.
you get shell shocked and you don't know, and
Yeah.
that's the thing. I mean, really, and and sad to say, it is, find the right people. But I'll tell you what, the crowd that comes to our Paracon, to the Pennhurst, the crowd that goes to the Bash, so it's, we're all great friends,
We are.
Steve
We're
and
really good
Pam
friends.
and Chris and John.
We always help each
know,
other. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for all the events. We're not in competition with each other. We help each other. You know what I mean? But that's where all the good communities are, and they're all for different things. We do it for Pennhurst. Pam and Steve do it for Wounded Warriors, and Chris and John, they bust their asses, for there's different charities that benefit from that, and it's like that's where the good people are, and if you want to start building a community, start in those places, and then you'll know which things to stay away from.
Then you know who your friends
things.
are.
And
Yeah.
because they're real
Yeah.
friends. They're real friends. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of acquaintances, you know what I mean? But we've got
Yeah, we have a lot of
you know,
acquaintances,
tons.
but our
About,
circle we keep
5,000
pretty
on
small.
this page and 5,000 on that. You know what I mean? All those acquaintances. But I mean, the circle of friends is smaller,
Right.
Yeah.
but then we have family, you know what I mean? And it's not like you talk to family every day, but it's still family. And if you
Right.
see someone hurting family will be with family.
Right. We all have each other's back.
you know?
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you guys being nice to us and extending that, just all of that, because I promise you, it made a huge impact on us, and we will never forget that.
Good. I'm
Yeah.
glad. Get your arm better because you're going to be working at Paracon.
Paragon, yeah.
I actually, when you said, is there a question? I actually had pulled up the message that Bob had sent. Do you remember what you had asked
No.
when about going to Pennhurst next
what
year
did you
for the
ask me?
Paracon?
I don't know. How long ago was that? Was that
Yeah. You want to come work?
That was in August. It was
Yeah.
right after, like, when I sent my thank you to you. It was your response to my thank you message that I had sent to you. And you asked, you were like, if you're interested in going to the Pennhurst Paracon or volunteering on the staff, let us know. And I was like, should we say something? Like, do we want to do it?
Well, we
I mean,
always need helpers, and especially
We
this
always
year,
do.
I mean, honestly, we don't pay our helpers. All right. So I
Right.
apologize
No,
for that in
see,
advance. All right.
that's,
Because all the proceeds, we don't get paid. Okay.
oh
And we
yeah,
really kill ourselves, all the proceeds go to Pennhurst. That's why we do it,
But when
because
you
we
see
love the
it going
location.
back in,
you
I
know.
mean, when you see them dumping the money back into things, like I'm just blown away sometimes,
You-
like the improvements that they did,
Go back what?
see, I think that's
even
where
10 years.
Nick and I, our heart is, though, and I
Yeah.
think that's what makes us such.
Well, I understand, running a location and what it takes, and preserving it, and doing restorations and doing all that stuff. So, not a lot of people understand that aspect. I do. So when I see somebody that has a small location and they're just getting by and they need that help,
Yep.
we volunteer our time.
Yeah.
I know a lot
Yeah.
about construction. She knows a lot about the other stuff, and we'll go down for 2 or 3 days and volunteer our time. Do you need new flooring? Fine. I'll bring tools. I'll put new flooring, trim, whatever you need, to help.
That's
We
my
don't
kind of guy right there. That's me.
we don't
Yeah.
ask for anything, hopefully we can just sleep there. I mean, so it doesn't cost me an arm and a leg at a hotel. But that's what it's about. It's paying it forward.
Yeah.
If somebody decides to sink their own personal dime and time into a place and then open it up for the public for them to come and enjoy, you should help these people out, but there is a flip side to it. There are some owners that do some very shady things, and they need to be held accountable.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah.
you're never
One
going
in
to stop that.
particular that, drives me crazy because it's a great location. I just can't. I'm not saying anything. I just I don't get it's a fantastic location.
But I love
will
what
only
you guys
go
are
there because of
doing
the owner,
with Pennhurst and helping to, like, knowing the history of Pennhurst, the bits and the pieces that I do, because I have, like, looked into the history here and there. And
Excuse me.
it is what it was built for. It's unfortunate what it turned into.
Yeah. Well,
You
all those
know,
houses.
but what it was built for and how it was like the sorry, I'm starting to stutter. It it
It was
blows
a
me away.
self-contained,
Like
it was a self-contained, like a village, right? It took.
yeah, I mean it was, you know, like out here in the Midwest, you know, it was more like we had like the poor farm, you know, where
Yep.
everybody was in one big building.
Right.
Whereas with
Yeah.
Penhurst, it was
Multiple buildings, all
multiple
the, yeah,
buildings on,
Its own city.
no,
yeah.
it was its own
Had its own power, had
exactly, it
its own
was its own
everything.
self-sufficient city. And knowing what happened, and it was horrific. And because of Penhurst, it did change a lot of the laws in America when it came to the mentally handicapped
Oh, yeah.
and
Well, it
physically
was like
handicapped.
the 80s and 90s. It was even that, you know, that relative. It's not that far away.
Yeah, a lot of people think, oh, this happened in the, you know, oh, and like
It happened in the 1900s.
and it's like, no, like this is relevant. This is relevant to now. This is still a time frame that even our children that are growing up can grasp because this is when their parents were growing up, you know, the
There's a
time.
lot of
Right.
good things that happen there too, though. I
Yeah.
mean, it's not just bad things. Like Candyland. You've never been to Candyland. Like all the walls are painted. They were all painted by what's it called? Patients that were there. So
Yeah.
this past year, we cleaned out a basement in Tinicum, it was called. Usually every year we clean something out. Like take a building and we clean it out for investigating
year
something
before
new.
was
We try to give something every year. So we clean out the basement, we get down the basement. We have like 20 people. We're down there like 6 hours in this basement. This is how much stuff was in this basement.
Oh, that crew is insane how quick they can clean.
So we get down and all the windows, like the steel windows with the little, glass in them, they're really tall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
things.
All of those windows are down in the basement there, and each window is done by a patient, hand painted. Like it was like emotional when you saw it.
Wow.
It was really
Mhm.
cool.
Yeah. So you
There
can
he is.
find
Mikey.
I gotta ask you, so why Penhurst? What drew you to Penhurst?
Oh my God. You go there and you like you fall in love with it. You know, you just do.
I met the previous owner, Tim Smith, and I think I met him in Gettysburg. I'm trying to think what Pyrocon it was. It was Dana Wingard used to run it. Phenomenology.
Yeah.
So I met him down there and we hit it off, and he never told me that he owned Penhurst. I was like, we just hit it off as friends. So after a couple of weeks, he says, hey, why don't you come down and investigate my place? And then we show up and we're like, what the hell?
Holy shit. This ain't just a place.
Like it wasn't maintained like now, like
Yeah.
they took and rolled big, huge trees into the windows, into the basements so that people couldn't get in there, and now they're like, that's all gone and, and fixed up properly.
And back then there wasn't a lot of people, but a lot of people broke into the place.
Yeah. So they got
like I said, they started with Mayflower, the one building. That was the main building that they investigated, but we got to investigate everything. Like it didn't matter. We'd go down every weekend and we like plot out what we're going to do. All right, we're going to Quaker. We're going in this one. We're going in the tunnels.
And then, as a matter of fact, they're going to use.
So
we
a
were
lot of
gonna use
cases
that as our base for the show that we were.
Yeah, we were.
filming.
But in a lot of cases, we were the first ones to actually go in and investigate. Like nobody had ever investigated, so it was like off the hook stuff going on, like stuff getting thrown at you and EVPs like so class A. It was unbelievable,
Wow.
Yeah. And
It was
now
crazy.
it's like amazing to see all the changes every year, of what it was
Yeah.
then to what it is now, for all the buildings being there to what's left, but what's left is so much better,
Oh yeah.
and
But we feel like we're preserving it for every, future generations too.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Yeah, I mean that again. That's something near and dear to our heart, and as a society, we should take care of history. We should take care of our old buildings, repurpose them, so the generations behind us can enjoy those for another 100, 200 years. And,
Hopefully.
it's just sad. It's sad to see when we lose places, but it's small victories. Like, this guy
That's what it is. Like every year.
buys this property that,
It is.
it's a small city of buildings and, and
You enjoy it while you have it. That's all I can tell you. Because
Yeah.
this could all change tomorrow with Penhurst.
Yeah.
So, somebody might buy it up and say, all right, let's rip them all down. You just don't know.
Oh, good.
Bob, don't speak that bad, Junior.
No, but I mean, that's the truth. You know what I mean?
I know it is.
Yeah,
I know, but no manifesting that truth.
No, I know. I'm one over here.
All right, I didn't mean it.
Take it back. Take it
He
back.
does that a lot. I'm always like, nope, he doesn't mean it. Nope.
Just kidding.
God.
Yeah, I mean, we would love to be involved. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
Oh, well,
just
you
let
know
us.
what? We always could use volunteers. I mean, that's for sure. Because just even telling people where to go nicely.
Here's what's gonna happen.
Go over here.
Once you get
Over
involved,
here.
once you're involved in one, you never leave. It's like you just
We
keep
wrote-
coming back, coming back, coming back, and you say, "What the hell am I doing? Why am I going back? I'm killing myself."
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
got to
It
be.
is.
You
It's
got to
a lot
have
of
it in your
work.
heart. You know
It's
what I
a
mean?
lot.
Yeah.
But
gotta love
that's what it's all about, man. I mean, seriously, it's so yeah, we're 100% on board. You can just tell us what you want us to do and we'll come down and whatever. I don't care.
Right.
Awesome.
We'll grind it out for you.
I'll sign we give you badges, all that kind of stuff. And yep.
You won't get a bad thing. You'll be too busy.
I know. If you're with him,
She'll need a badge. You won't be.
Yeah.
God damn it, I got put on trash duty.
People
Trash-
at the Paracon know when you're working there because usually you're covered in sweat. You know what I mean? You're all
It's
dirty.
trash. You got to keep up on the trash too. I mean, that's everything. It is so many. There's so many working parts. It's amazing.
It is. It is.
And now we've got bartenders and things.
Yeah.
It's
I
like,
mean,
what the hell?
The bar
know.
is crazy.
Yeah. It's only a happy hour. It's only
There's a bar.
open
You
for a
don't
little
tell me
bit.
Yeah,
that.
it's only
It's not
open
like
now.
people getting trashed or anything
Yeah.
like that because we would not ever let
No,
that
but to
happen.
see it is like
But it's really.
I
it's
know
fun.
what the building looked like before, and the owner says, "Hey, I got
We
a
painted the
surprise for you."
walls.
And I walked in, I went, "What the hell?"
We cleaned up the building and then they were painting the floors and the walls and the ceilings and then they added lights and we're like, wow, lights, and they thought that was amazing. And last year we cut a hole in the back of the building so that there was access to go out where the vendors were without having to go all the way around.
Yeah, they cut
So,
the forest down and
two
made like
doors,
a
big
2-acre midway.
yeah, a big stairwell going down. As a matter of fact, while the Paracon was going on, they were putting the handrail in.
We're
It's
welded. We're welded everything up.
It's like it's not
Not like a photo finish,
Yeah.
you know.
It's like, it's
Don't open the gate
non-stop.
yet.
Hold on to that railing, not this one yet.
So the gentleman that owns it now, what does he see in the future of Penhurst? What is he wanting to do with all these buildings?
Well, it's
He's fixing them. I
Yeah.
mean, when there's actually three or four owners in on it.
it's 5.
No,
It's a 5. Yeah, it's 5 committees.
don't listen to her.
It's 5. The old guys that don't even come near.
Well, now we're going to
Anyway.
Bob's view.
Anyway, let's move on.
I mean, is there purpose to renovate these just for the paranormal investigating, or they wanted to repurpose these
They do other
buildings for?
things. They do other events too. They have the haunt is going on
That's
now.
the
which
original
is-
reason why they bought it, for the haunted
amazing.
attraction.
And yeah, because they have Eloise too that they do.
Oh, okay.
So they have that.
They have a
and
place up
Reaper's
here.
Reaper's Revenge.
Reapers Revenge, it's called.
But it's like Hollywood stuff.
Oh yeah.
Unreal. I mean, I used to go to all these Halloween haunts things with my daughters because I love it. like got a huge thing going on here right now, I love it. But nothing like that. Okay. Like going to Haunted Overload. I thought that was great. Went to that a couple of years in a row because it was so great. We finally got down to Penhurst last year. Hands down, best thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
We had like these
super
duper VIP things where
there's a big
we went in front of everybody.
Yeah. But you go through tunnels. Like when you go to investigate Penhurst, half of the tunnels are dedicated to and already built up for the haunt. And the other half you can investigate, for paranormal.
Oh, so just like Eloise then.
Yeah, you said they own it.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah.
that it's that they mirror it then.
She went
Right.
to the Eloise haunted attraction
Last year,
Yeah.
with Chris
and it's-
Smith. So
yeah,
he took
and it's
me up
amazing.
there and we did the VIP, and that was
Off the wall.
nuts.
Yeah, that's like
Nuts.
same. Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
same thing. The girl
Yeah.
that does that was Jim going back and forth, and his wife is the one that does all the makeups. She is like,
Autumn?
she should be in.
That's not his wife. That's his daughter.
Why do I always do that?
Well,
Always do
That's a huge
Him?
difference, Gina. That's a huge
she didn't mean it.
that. Sorry, I'm sorry. I always do that. I mix them up. But it's like I'm like, is that your wife that's doing this? But Autumn, she is like unbelievable with this makeup. Like,
Yeah.
holy-
Like you walk through and it's like so lifelike and realistic.
Yep.
And then they play off the history in certain
Yeah.
parts.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And it's like walking through, like I wasn't fully open with my gift yet, but it's like I was hitting certain parts and I'm like looking at Chrissy and he's like, it feels weird. And I'm like, ooh, I don't know about this part. Like, I think they're hitting too close to home. Like,
Mhm.
I would love to talk to somebody who volunteers here to find out what I'm feeling if it really is correlating, like
Yeah,
crap.
it is.
I've never been
Yeah.
to Eloise ever before except for the haunt. And then going through the tunnel system, I was just like, there's one part I was like, walk faster. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to run, but
I'm
I'm
leading. I'm leading. Oh, the
I'm
men
feeling
and the
crowded
people
right
that
now.
we
Like, there's a
took,
lot of people.
And I'm just like, I'm going through all the fog. I can't see anything. We come out and Taryn, she's one of our worker bees, right? She's the paranormal brew girl, Taryn.
Love Taryn.
Yeah. So I got her hand and she's like screaming and hiding and everything. And I'm pulling her. I'm like, come on. She goes, I have a newfound respect for you that you're leading us through this stuff. She's like, and you've never been here either. I'm like, no. So I have no idea what I'm feeling through because the fog was so thick, but we go through homes and all this kind of stuff.
So many actors. I mean, for 3 straight hours, it's nothing but either you're seeing something or something is touching you or grabbing you or, you're like, you don't even know what the hell's going on.
Those big hands.
It takes 3 hours
Oh, yeah.
to go through it.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, because
Holy
you go through
shit.
one
That
part,
was
you
with
come up, you go to
VIP
another-
tickets that
yeah,
we had
you go-
too.
There's
Yeah.
four sections that you
4
go
sections
through.
that you can go through.
So you go.
We
you
gotta go.
Catacombs on the bottom, and then you come up, and then you go through a building, and then you go through another tunnel, and you go through a building, and then, it's like
Crazy.
Oh my God! It's
I gotta
insane.
go
And
to
there's
this.
stuff going on outside while you're waiting, and then there's a place that you can go through. Was it by
Pumpkin Land.
Wow.
Yeah, they have like these giant
I think it was
animated pumpkins and
They have those at Eloise too.
Yeah, those
I've got video of that. Those things are
me
so
too.
cool.
Yep. So they had those and a lot more.
And then they have the
stuff,
midway where you get the food and
all
you
the stuff.
souvenirs and all. It's just crazy.
all the shirts,
Yeah.
Yeah.
whatnots, and all that helps them.
Well
But-
worth it. Well
Oh
worth it.
my God.
Yeah.
It was just the best. Absolutely the best. Hands down that I've ever seen in my life. And I've been on this planet for quite a few decades. So yeah.
You saying you from the 1900s?
Yeah. Yeah. Good genes.
Is that side we can actually technically say we're from the 1900s?
Uh,
I would just love to at some point get a tour of Penhurst. Like You know me. Do I like to investigate? Yeah, I'll investigate it. But I'd be
You
just as
come
happy.
down
We'll
in
give you a
May
tour.
and you're gonna get a tour.
You'll get a
All
tour.
right.
You'll know that place inside out and upside down and backwards. You can go around with this guy.
I am so excited for this. Like I've always felt a pull, and it's weird. Like I remember watching Penhurst on Ghost Adventures. I remember when they did their thing when Ghost Adventures was there. A
I was
couple
there.
other shows that filmed there.
I was there.
Because I watched all these shows when my boys were little. Like I raised my sons on the paranormal, watching all this stuff
Right.
with me. And you know, like, but it's like I remember watching it and always feeling like I'm supposed to go. Like, how am I ever going to get there? I'm never going to be able to get to this place. You got to know people to get to these places, is what I'm thinking, you know? And so, like, seeing these places, like, now through all the travels that I've done, when you get to walk through and it's like you're feeling the history and you're actually, it's like when you're actually there. And then when you're able to volunteer and do stuff to help these locations and know that you're helping preserve, even if it's just in the moment, knowing that what you're doing is you're saving the past, you're saving what these people, tears, sweat, blood, they busted their
Always bleeding. It's
asses.
always me.
Yeah, I'll probably sprain an ankle. So I mean, I choke on air and trip on flat surfaces, just warning you. I'll be in a hamster ball.
Well, I'll be honest with
You
you.
have great, there's good medical. They're
keep
right
reading.
on it.
Keep reading all the history you can, but when you get down there, we'll put you
Yeah.
on one of their history tours.
Oh, yeah. You'll
It
learn
is
everything.
nothing
Yeah. they
like
got
what
the
you're gonna read.
museum.
Believe me.
There's a museum there. They take you around on the golf carts, tell you where all the buildings are, what they are, what used to be there,
Wow.
what's gone. All of it,
That'd be
It's
awesome.
really
That'd be
great.
awesome.
Yeah.
All right, guys, are you ready for the 3 hardest questions you'll ever be asked in your whole life?
Oh boy, I gotta go have a sip. No, go ahead.
Just stroke the kitty.
That's a
Or
that's a dog.
the pug.
That's a dog.
She's got the pug. They had a cat at one
Yeah,
point.
give me that one. I like the fluffy.
That's what I was telling Bob. Get the kitty. You
I
pet
got-
the pug.
I want the puppy. I'm a puppy kid. He's not really. Okay, go ahead. What is
All
the
right.
question?
So tell our listeners across the globe something interesting or a weird fact about yourselves that most people wouldn't know.
I have more foxes than anybody on the planet.
I'm a second-degree black belt.
All right,
Wow.
all right, good. Write that down. Don't fuck with Bob. Put that in
I
bold.
studied martial arts for 15 years.
Don't fuck with Bob. There, it's right under our shopping list too.
Okay, there you go. And I have my trigger drop fox.
What did your obsession begin with foxes?
Oh my God, that's funny because I did a guided meditation actually to meet my spirit guides. And I'm like this constant overachiever person. Okay. So they guide you into this cave and you're supposed to wait there for your guide to come. And I see this little beam of light poking through the wall. So of course I go over to it and I start picking at it, and then the wall crumbles, and then there were all these foxes, and they're like right there, and there's all this grass, and way up on the hill there was like this big altar like thing with this being standing in front of it. But the foxes, I stayed with the foxes, and then it was like just so connected with the foxes. They are the guardians. This is real. Pet the dog, but they are the guardians between this and the next realm.
Oh wow.
But that's
That
how,
is
that's how it really
awesome.
started. And then I became the parafox, and then I had the fox den, and now it's the fox den with Gina B and Mama D because I have her, and then everybody gives me foxes, so I have like 90,000 foxes, probably. I don't know.
There's a lot.
There's a lot.
Just like about 50.
Oh, we did have a question.
We do have a question?
Yeah, we
From
do
what?
have a question from your sister, Echo Box. Do they have something that's relatable to like an Echo Box?
No,
What?
no Echo Vox, no Ovulus, nothing like that. Don't really believe in it. I don't like anything that's generated, word generated, because you got to put in a bank of words. And
Okay.
I think she's
GPS.
when Michelle says echo box, she's meaning like kind of like a portal box,
Like a geo box.
something like
Oh, a
that.
Geobox?
Yeah.
I have stuff, but I
We
don't
use, but
we
not sell.
you know what I mean? I don't sell. They're not that hard to build. They really
Oh,
aren't.
okay.
It's expensive.
It's just a spring in there to make it sound.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a really weird how to have it set up. I don't even know how the hell it works sometimes.
That's above my pay grade.
But there's
All right,
equipment
next question.
Why we have the equipment that we have is for the senses. You know what I mean? Most of what you need to use. And we got the little GoPro thing too that I don't have up here. It's already on a little, like a nice little stand.
I have hundreds of things in a box downstairs. You want to try stuff? I got all kind of stuff.
All that stuff.
But I just
Hey,
put
I
out
just
stuff
know
that
if
people can use.
if it's the one, if it's like in your way and you're like kicking it all the time, you can send it to me. I'll take care of it.
Okay, I could do that.
All right, next
we tried to
question,
bring an
guys.
Aztec. That didn't work out too well.
So all those paranormal weirdos, we are also weird about our food. A lot of us, when we have investigations with friends and this or that on a Saturday night, we'll meet for dinner. A lot of us, like us, we shouldn't do it, but we do it. We have Mexican food.
Oof.
Ooh.
Why we do it, I don't know. It's just
for some interesting EVPs.
Yeah, it's the only time you're going to get that demonic sound. So, moving on. We also are. We're also quirky about our snacks while we investigate. When you take a break, and about our drinks. So, guys, what is your go-to snack and drink during your investigation?
Swedish fish and orange Fanta.
I'm a water girl, and I like candy. I like chocolate.
They have to be the multicolored fish, though. Not just the plain red. They have to be multicolored fish.
And I do love
There's
Scooby
multicolored fish.
I like Scooby snacks. Yeah, there's multicolored Swedish fish.
They're hard to find, but I know where to find.
I've never seen multicolored Swedish fish before.
Oh yeah.
Now we're getting them addicted to blue sharks.
Oh yeah.
Sharks.
That's my kryptonite right now.
Speak Massachusetts.
So I have a funny story about the Swedish fish. So we used to, many years ago, my sister and I, who's actually in the chat, we used to do every Sunday night, we would do a Facebook Live. We would pick a topic. There would be paranormal, religion, you name it. Okay. Well, it was the day after we did an investigation, and they all had a bunch of the Swedish fish during their investigation. Well, during the show, not knowing it for some reason, and I apologize if this is your religion, I kept calling it Jewish fish.
No, we're not.
Well, like 3/4 of the episode until somebody finally said, "Why are you saying Jewish? It's Swedish."
Boy,
this big.
I'd be like, Mazel tov. I don't know.
So to this day, I don't try to offend anybody, but I just call them Jewish fish. So. But all right, moving on. This next question could be very difficult for you guys, considering what you do for, to help pay for funds in the paranormal is you build equipment. Now you have one investigation. It's one night. You can only bring 3 items to investigate with. What are you bringing?
A recorder. My FLIR thermal. And probably a dome.
I would go, one would be the recorder, real-time recorder, where I can listen.
Oh, that's 2. Nope.
Real-time recorder, it's 1.
It's 2 pieces of equipment.
1.
It's headphones and a recorder.
Oh, come on.
I mean, technically, but
definitely a video camera, and I'd go with the dome.
The dome.
The dome's killer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the dome.
You know how when you go into a place and you get that hair in the back of your neck standing up,
Mm-hmm.
and the hair on your arm standing up? You ever wonder why?
Isn't it the static?
It's static electricity with them giving it off. Like,
And what do you feel? You feel like creepy, or we always get good EVPs when something like that goes happen.
So
That's what this means.
I actually one of my when I first started my road trips, it was actually going to an event that was on the USS North Carolina. And for the event, we actually got access on the ship to Mickey.
Hey, you're shedding.
I'm shedding.
So
shedding.
They actually opened up the area where the North Carolina was hit by the torpedo.
Wow.
And the service members were severely injured down there. So they had what was that, the Phasma running on an iPad and that was really cool. I was like, whoa. And they had one of the domes, one of the static domes, and they had it right in front of me. And it would be like the Phasma would be like, breathe, in a really clear voice, and then the static would go off. I've actually got videos of the dome going off in front of me, and I'm like, whoa. And they're like, have you been here before? I'm like, I've never ventured to North Carolina before.
Oh, but they know that you're coming.
That's awesome.
If they can connect with you, they know that you're coming.
Oh yeah, it was really interesting. And like somebody in the group actually, that's like she like looked at me and she's like, you've got gifts, just you wait and see what happens in the next year. And I was like, oh, okay. Now I'm like, I should have listened.
Yep.
Well, guys, if you want, take a minute and plug away anything you want to plug away. You know, the website to buy all this amazing equipment.
Nope.
You know,
don't buy anything from us. We got enough to do.
Vortex Ghost Gear.
Well, we're getting ready to put an order in now too. So
VortexGhostGear.com. Ghostly Excursions we're not running yet, so but it's ghostlyexcursions.com. So when we do finally get that running, I'm the Fox Den with Gina B and Mama D is on every Thursday night from 8 to 10. I'm Gina B with the place to be is with me, Mama D. Right, in the Fox Den. And that's on YouTube and Facebook. And we have Penhurst Paracon in May. We go to Para-Unity in a few weeks, right? November 2nd, 3rd, whatever it is, 1st, 2nd, 3rd weekend. Go there in New Jersey. Go to the Bash in July.
Are you guys going to that?
To which one?
Para-Unity.
The Para-Unity.
I don't think so.
No, I was there last year for like a couple of
Where you
hours.
guys at? Where you guys
We're in
at?
Fort Wayne, Indiana.
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 That's long.
Yeah.
Holy hell.
Yeah, I know. Joni's out there. Joni Mayan. She's out there. She's in Indiana. And she's the paranormal author that I was talking about. She does some ghost walks. Like she moves into a town, she starts doing ghost walks, you know. But it's you know, you guys got great areas to investigate out there.
Oh yeah, we're very blessed in this area. A lot of locations, a lot of really good locations. So,
Yeah.
Definitely.
Cool.
So,
I didn't think you were that far out. Oh my God.
yeah. I mean, it took about 8.5 hour drive from here to Gettysburg.
Yeah, it's
That's
another
not too bad.
2.5 to Penhurst from Gettysburg.
Yeah.
That's a ride.
look at the look.
Yeah.
I know. I used to be able to do that.
And then if
but
you're coming to
it's
stay at our house, it's another 2.5 hours from there.
Well,
Dude, we can just crash
If you go
there
to-
and
if you
go
go
to
take a
Penhurst.
plane-
Here. Yeah,
Yeah,
there's an airport.
you're here in
right
an
here.
hour.
Yeah, there's an airport right here.
There's an airport right
Wilkes-Barre,
here.
You know, pick you up and then you go down there with us.
Then you're hostage. You can't go anywhere.
Yes.
Never coming
Your
back.
volunteering just went to a whole new level.
Well, I honestly, guys, I look forward to it. I really do.
Yes.
So,
We're excited.
We'll talk.
so,
You know,
guys, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to chit chat with us. I'm so glad I met you at Gettysburg Bash, and I look forward to seeing you guys more often. I mean, around the circuit. So,
Yes.
guys, please
if you
go
need anything,
to
just give us a shout.
And same
Ghost-
for you guys too.
Ghost Vortex?
It's
Vortex
Vortex
Ghost
Ghost Gear.
Vortex Ghost Gear. Buy up a bunch of equipment because Bob has nothing to do. He needs more stuff to do.
Yeah, that is killing me. I can't get it.
Thanks,
to go.
Nick. Appreciate that.
I got you, brother.
Well, fishing season is over.
Yeah.
So thanks for tuning in across the globe, guys. If you want, again, if you would like to just join in as the chat as we record this, head over to our YouTube channel every Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can watch the video. You can chat with people in the chat instead of listening to it on the podcast format. I promise you, it's worth it because sometimes my facial expressions.
Or mom.
Yeah. So, and like tonight's episode, if you're interested, like, some of the items that Bob and Gina had showed us on screen that you don't get to see, just listening to the podcast, this is a good opportunity to do that. So, Old World Paranormal Society on YouTube. Remember, it's OLDE. Check out Bob and Gina. Check out Penhurst Paracon. Guys, thank you so much for being on.
Thank you for
Until
having
next.
us.
All right, YouTube, you got about 10 minutes of the post podcast show. You got any last request for these lovely couple? Get it in now. If not, they're probably gonna go to bed because I'm going to bed.
Questions. We need
Questions. Anybody in the chat have questions?
about equipment, about us, about anything. Locations. I want to talk about
We're definitely probably gonna be buying a cat
Oh,
We're buying a cat. We're getting a
and
dome.
a dome. So
Don't go on
And
the
I want a
site.
pocket pot.
yeah, just
Yeah, don't go on the site. Just
talk to
text us
us.
when you're ready.
All right.
first.
Thank you.
Yep.
I just
But
want
there are
to.
black cats, black and white, calico, sitting. This one's sitting. There's sitting. There's laying down.
Himalayan.
Himalayan, yeah. This is a Himalayan.
Yeah.
so you said it's got a proximity sensor on it, and what else?
Well, it's got a couple proximity sensors.
Yeah, so you turn it on the leg, and it's on REM mode, so it makes that noise. And then there's another button on the collar that makes it music, so you can pet him all around. See his nose lights up.
Oh
Collar
wow.
lights up.
Out of curiosity, do you have one that's a beagle?
Beagle, yeah. There was
I don't know
hound
if you
dog,
have that one. It's a basset hound.
basset hound. There's
Basset hound.
But then
So-
there's a terrier that kind of looks like the beagle too.
Okay. Last year when I went to Hinsdale for the very first time, I was invited out by a group and there was two women there from Canada, and the one woman, Victoria, like we've stayed friends
Yeah.
on Facebook.
I know who she is. She bought a
Is
German
that one
Shepherd.
of your
off the-
dogs that she has?
She has a
Because
German
I
Shepherd too.
Yeah.
Okay, I sat in we were upstairs in Clara's room, and I had a chair, and I was half in the room and like half in the closet, which thoroughly was pissing one of the guys off because it was like I was getting a lot of interaction. This dog would not stop. We had it between my feet, and we made sure it wasn't me making it go off, and that dog would not stop. I went under doing Estes for the first time. And the dog, as I'm speaking, the dog would go off at the same time, like almost validating what was coming through during my session. I've got it on video.
Cool.
And I was like, this dog is amazing. I fell in love with it.
Yeah.
So
They work
yeah,
great.
this is
They
an
really do.
amazing piece of equipment.
Yeah.
I'll tell you how I came up with the idea with that. I mean, it was so weird. We were down in Gettysburg, and there's times that I'll just go out into the battlefields, and do an EVP session or something. So I was at Devil's Den, and this guy got out of his car, and he was going to investigate. I say, you mind if I sit in with you?
This
"No,
is
come on."
funny.
So he comes up with this knapsack. I mean, he had every paranormal piece of equipment known to man
In the knapsack.
in the knapsack, and he's putting it all over the rocks. He's putting it everywhere. I mean, everywhere. It was like craziness. It was stuff that he had out.
Too much.
So we're asking, I'm trying to do, all I have is a recorder. I thought, I didn't want to say what I did or anything, I just got a recorder, So we're asking questions, nothing's going on. And he whips out this Boo Bear and he puts it on the rock and he says, "Come and touch my Boo Bear." And I look
What's
over
the
him, I said,
picture?
Dude, man,
do
they're not going to touch your Boo Bear. I'm telling you right now.
So he made that hound dog that not the basset hound
Yeah, Rufus.
Rufus.
Yeah, I was driving home from Gettysburg and I was like, yeah, there's got to be something better than a Pooh Bear out there. And then I came up with the, live. I made a deal with Melissa and Doug where I was the only one that could actually put the electronics in their dogs and cats. Now we have a deal with Rochetta, who was in the UK. That's who makes all these new ones. They're a little more lifelike, but I wanted something lifelike that
I love it. It's a
it
great
could even fool the
trigger.
dead. So
Amazing trigger object.
You gotta use them in the proper places too, right? Like that. You don't use
You
Boo
want to
Bear,
grab all of those?
Gettys, but like the cats can be pretty much everywhere.
No.
Boo
That's
Bear?
just a bag.
Got a
Oh,
Boo
we
Bear?
have a Boo Bear. We have a Boo Bear. I really don't like
Oh,
the
I'm not
color.
trashing or anything. The Boo Bear.
The knapsack.
There it is.
Knapsack.
Was that you?
So I have cases upon cases
Oh,
upon
so do I.
cases.
It's like I have a
And
closet full of stuff. We have a whole room full
Oh
of
yeah.
a whole
I
basement.
was so tired of carrying all those. So we combined it. We both have like
We
military
have
style.
DVR systems that would take to investigations, all the wires, a whole bag just of wires. I had to wire, okay, Ohio State, right? 250 feet of those things, all right, those in, the walkways. And I'm out there by myself, hooking wires together, running the cameras, because of course they want the cameras all the way down the other end. I'm like, all right, so you're going to go all the way down, make me go all the way down there to point a camera to go this way, where I can put it right here and point it that way, and you're going to get the same stuff. Nope, I want it down there. So I'm like, okay, every freaking thing. I'm up there with the wires and everything. And of course, I'm getting all the stuff going on too while I'm doing this, by myself, woman in the prison, So,
Yeah.
and I'm hooking the cameras up. I'm like, hope you happy. But it's like, that would be a bunny. That you should have picked the foxes. We got all the foxes.
Yeah, you should use your Scooby. we got
Because
Well, I have Pez.
There's 10,000 foxes.
90,000.
How did the horse get in here? A horse got in here.
Oh yeah, you got to go like this with the horse.
it's like one of the Indian
We're easily amused.
Yeah.
That's not a horse. Is it?
Yes, it is. But I have this one, but you won't hear it, right? Can you
Is
hear
it
it?
vibrating?
Can you hear it? Oh,
Oh,
it's singing. What does the box say? Ding ding.
oh my god.
I hate foxes. No, I don't. I really don't. I love foxes.
Yeah, you gotta knock over all the
What did they remind you of?
I don't know.
Oh, I'm gonna knock over the equipment.
Yeah, I just got stabbed.
You just got impaled.
Oh, well, she's got scissors now. You're in
I
trouble,
told
bro.
you, it's always me bleeding.
We'll be back, folks. We got to go to the hospital.
It's always bleeding. Always. Without fail.
Guys, you guys are
I
just
say, don't bleed on the wood.
you guys are just a breath of fresh air, man. I love it. Thank you for everything you guys do. Seriously.
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. We like to have fun. We take our work seriously, but we like to have fun too. It's good to meet good people.
Same.
I have more
Well,
fun
we
than
will.
you.
He does. He has more fun.
Yeah,
than-
you guys
More
just
fun.
let us know what you need us to do and keep in touch, and we'll
I'm sure we'll be talking to each other.
Oh, God,
so
yeah. Oh yeah.
yes.
Okay.
Part of the family now, whether you like it or not. Like
look. The way you were holding those scissors, I'm gonna do whatever you tell me to do.
thank you very much. Smart.
You
Smart.
learn quick. It took me a few years to learn that.
What did we say?
My allergies are like killing me today. My eyes are watering and watering and watering.
Yeah, he's a poor guy. Do you guys suffer from allergies? He's like horrible.
Yeah.
I take a pill and a nasal spray every day, every
Yeah.
morning, faithfully.
Yeah.
I've been getting like the headaches because the weather can't decide if it's still summer or fall or.
Yeah, it's usually only like October or, April I'll get it,
Yeah.
twice a year.
Yeah.
And then I'm
Yeah.
good,
One
once
side
I get by
clogs
it.
up solid. The side's always all right. This side clogs up solid.
No, I don't clog up. I drain. Like my
Yeah.
nose will run
Well, I
and
need
run
the
and
stuff
run.
to just open it up, Then sometimes
Yeah.
you open it up too much and you get a headache. 'Cause it's too,
All right,
Yeah.
go. Nick,
Yeah,
Nick
I
wants to
know.
go to bed.
Let's talk about
I'm
it.
old. I need to go to bed.
Us girls can just sit and talk. You guys can
Go
go
to bed.
off.
All right.
Shiny ball, shiny ball.
Good night,
All right,
Nick.
thanks. Thank
See
you
you guys.
very much. All right,
Bye. Thank you. Love you guys.
all
Good
right,
night.
all right, we'll be in touch. All right. check out.
Definitely. Good night.
Well, YouTube, I hope you enjoyed the show. We're going to have more episodes coming up, filling out the rest of the year. We're excited about it. And I don't know. We'll see what the future holds. Thank you, everybody, for the love and support recently. I promise you, we will never forget that.
Yeah.
So have a blessed rest of your week, and we'll see you next Tuesday night.